if you were of the opinion that Marathon is not Concord 2.0, this will probably change your mind. Ironically, it's a post trying to tell you that it's not going to be Concord 2.0. And after I read that, I was like, yep, it's definitely going to be Concord 2.0. Former Firewalk / Concord dev talks Marathon. Hi all, former Firewalk Studios dev here. Now, again, this is on the Marathon Reddit, and it could just be someone pretending to be someone. So as with all these kind of things, take it with a grain of salt, but it at least passes the smell test as it checks out. All right, and you'll see when we go through it. I have been a long-time lurker for many years, and I rarely post to Reddit / any social in regards to what is going on with my life as a developer / artist. After reading the comments about Marathon being Concord 2.0 on Reddit, YouTube, and Twitch, I just wanted to share a little insight into what a 40-year-old man is feeling after dedicating a large portion of his life to making video games. All right, fair, you got me. For the past 17 years, I've been a part of some great projects and worked with some of the most talented people who made me the dev I am today. Many players know about Concord and what happened with that project. Concord failed to inspire players, and the messages was heard loud and clear. It was gut-wrenching to see our project fail and be the laughingstock of many online. I have learned that failure is what drives me to succeed. No one feels as bad as the people who put their time on the line, hoping it will entertain the masses of gamers across the globe. Okay, this right here, I do not believe this. I don't. And the reason why is because these people were not driven for a passion for gaming. They were driven by a passion of pushing an ideology, which is why they should not be in the game industry. And the failure of Concord was the entire gaming world screaming out in unison at once to let them know that what they are doing is not wanted and they will not purchase it. So they're trying to say they put their time on the line. No, you went to work, you pushed your ideology, and you got a paycheck from one of the most wokest studios that ever existed. Put my time on the line. Get out of here with that. Hoping it will entertain the masses. After the masses were coming back saying we don't want pronouns on robots, and you guys were telling everyone to go pound sand. You remember that whole thing about the feedback with that email? Yeah. I'm not asking for pity or even sympathy because, after all, this is the name of the game. You win or lose. The margin for success is very thin. I took a chance and lost. Some of you probably smell blood in the water and probably want to roast me for no longer lurking and exposing myself. I hope you don't, and see that people create these projects and work very hard to be the next big thing. Seeing the faces of the developers on the Bungie stream gave me hope and excitement for what is to come for Marathon. Again, thus far, this strikes me as more lip service, more trust me, bro, more, oh, we're totally not going to be Concord 2.0, bro. Trust us. This is different this time because reasons. This is all lip service. This says nothing about the passion of the game. This is all talking about ideology pushing and why Concord failed. This is not a, hey, there's this really cool aspect of this upcoming game called Marathon that will revolutionize gaming, and here's why you guys are going to be blown away. No, this is just more, hey, we tried really hard, we failed, but I'm trying again somewhere else because I really have a passion for it. It's like, yeah, you can try really hard and fail everywhere. It doesn't mean that the next place you go, you will be successful. What's different? And saying the margin for success is very thin, which I'd agree with, but I would almost argue you're setting yourself up for failure if you're bringing in ideology and injecting that into your games. But more importantly, in this case, I know that's crazy to say, but more importantly, I think one of the biggest reasons Concord failed was, yes, the ideology was bad. Yes, the pronouns on the robots was stupid. Yes, the characters were uninspired and the art was not that great in the game. But one of the biggest reasons why Concord failed is because they charged $40 to play the game. And a landscape filled with Overwatches and Apex Legends and Fortnites and how many other looter shooter styled games that you can play for free. That's literally shooting yourself in the foot and then trying to run a marathon. Like, you can't do that. You need to set yourself up for success and learn from your past mistakes. I don't understand why somebody would pay $40 for a game where you could go play Marvel Rivals for free right now. Literally zero money, $0. And everybody is enjoying the game for the most part. They haven't completely nerfed it yet. There hasn't been a massive backlash yet. I'm sure eventually there will be. Just like there always is with these games when it starts going too far. But yeah, there are games out there in droves. So it concerns me that Marathon and Bungie has the audacity to be charging upwards of what I would assume is going to be somewhere between $30 and $40 to play a game that there's no reason except for FOMO. Oh, I need to do it because this big time streamer is playing it. So because of that, I'm going to play it and I'm going to go buy it. And hey, maybe it will work out initially and maybe people will be drawn to it and maybe there'll be an audience for it. But long term, what's going to happen? Everyone already knows. It's going to devolve to free to play. There's going to be a bunch of pissed off people that paid the money up front saying, why is it free to play? I just paid $40 for it. Now it's free. It's not a good idea. It's not. If there was a campaign mode with the game, I would have a very, very different take here. I'd be like, okay, you're paying $40 for the campaign. That's something that you can play and experience offline and have. Great. You don't need online for it. You can just play a campaign mode, enjoy it. And then if you want to participate in the multiplayer aspect of it, you can do that. And okay, yeah, it all makes sense. Great. I cannot get behind this. Like, if there wasn't free to play games out there already, I'd be like, okay, there's no other options. This is kind of the de facto default what you have to do if you want to play it. I get it. But the problem is there already are games out there that are vastly superior, far more maps, far more years, information, data, graphics, work, seasons, skins put into the games. You're starting fresh with a brand new property. Well, Marathon was what, 1993, but brand new property for this Marathon where they're trying to create an entirely new ecosystem. And I worry that just because you're building it doesn't mean people are going to show up. Anyways, some of you probably smell blood in the water and probably want to roast me for no longer lurking. Hope you don't see. I hope you don't and see that people create the projects and work very hard to be the next big thing. Seeing the faces of the developers gave me hope and excitement. Okay, I already read that one. I commend them for taking a chance, trying something foreign to them that isn't proven nor guaranteed to succeed. Oh, see that? I can get behind. Oh, it's a new idea. It's unique. Great. Yeah, it takes a lot of courage to do that. It does. But why are you not learning from the past mistakes of, okay, we can now perfectly curtail this to, we can try this new idea, but we can not charge money for it because we saw what happened with not just another studio, but another Sony-owned studio. Not just another random studio. This is literally Sony. Sony owned Firewalk. They bought it from Probably Monsters. Sony owns Bungie. Sony already lost a shit ton of money on Concord 2, upwards of a rumored $400 million or more. And now we're looking at Marathon. And I could only imagine the hundreds of millions of dollars on top of the billions of dollars that Sony paid for Bungie originally How much money is at stake right now? And I saw someone in the chat say video game crash. It's like, this is the kind of thing that we see it happening. All this money, investors are not going to want to keep investing in the industry if everything they invest in continues to collapse. And it's going to be like, no, I'd rather put my money somewhere else where it's more stable. This is insane. The game industry is ridiculous. And these decisions by these studios are not working out. And that ultimately will lead to a universal crash. TLDR, I worked on Concord and did my best. That doesn't mean anything. I did my best. What's the Sean Connery quote from The Rock? Losers try their best, winners go home and fuck the prom queen. We came up short. Please don't punish others for our mistakes. Why does everyone take it so personally? I haven't seen anybody punishing developers. I've seen people be like, bro, don't charge money for this. It should be free to play. We're all human beings who are trying to look at them trying to make this like a personal, like, feel bad for me. Whoever said earlier this feels like a blue sky post, it 100% does. This is all emotion. This is all emotion. People with their wallets don't give a shit about your emotion. They care about, do you make a good product or not? You can cry all you want on the internet about it. Is your product good? Is it worth the money? Are there other alternatives that are cheaper that I don't have to spend as much money and get just as much fulfillment and fun or more out of it? Why would I go with you? We're all human beings who are trying to create something special, and Marathon is no different. Be kind and cool, and be cool, as video games are meant to be fun. This is that toxic positivity that we've been talking so much about, where it's like, guys, please don't criticize. Criticism is not allowed here. Please just accept the game, purchase it, and champion it. The problem is, similar to YouTubers and YouTube videos, if everyone in the world could watch every video all day, every day, everyone would be a billion subscriber channel. There's this thing called time and care. And people have a limited amount of time that they want to care about the things that are out there. And if everyone played your game, that means, ready for this banger? That means another game would fail. So in a weird way, it's kind of selfish to have this toxic positivity approach, because the game industry is a dog-eat-dog world, and it's constantly competing with itself for your dollars, and more importantly these days, not even your dollars, your playtime. They just want you to be able to play. They want to sell your data. They want your online subscription. They want your playtime to hook you on the game, to sell you additional stuff to it. The gaming industry has changed, and a lot of these employees, especially the wokies, seem to think that everyone is an astronaut. Not everyone can be an astronaut. There's only a few people out there that can do that. And that's really all I got to say about that post. But yikes, bro. If this is, by the way, because someone asked the mod, though we can't ever 100% confirm anyone who comes to our subreddit, this account's user history appears genuine and lines up with the post description. I'm going to leave this post up despite the reports, as whilst this has marginal relationship to the actual game, the insight it provides outweighs any potential spam or off-topic content issue it provokes. Thank you for the unique insight, OP. It is immensely appreciated. Oh, look, more toxic positivity. It's immensely appreciated. We love you for sharing this open feedback to everyone. So yeah, make of that what you will, but I don't know, guys. The more I learn about Marathon, the more I'm like, yeah, this game is kind of gonna be cooked. But time will tell. Time will tell. Anyways, I'll leave that there.